Today's motivational quote from Zig Ziglar. Guys, this one, speaking of the Milwaukee event, this one kind of came from my dealings with a couple of people there, and basically having to communicate the message, right? There is little you can learn from doing nothing. My challenge, right? I mean, that's what I have to overcome every time I go out on the road, is people's desire to stay mired and stuck. And I don't even know if it's a desire to stay stuck as much as it is a desire not to take a risk, not to take a chance, not to do something different. Well, if you don't do anything different, you don't learn anything different. You don't learn anything different, you keep doing the same things. If you keep doing the same things, you keep getting the same things. There is little you can learn from doing nothing. And yet, people all over the world, and all over this country for sure, are mired and stuck in the idea that if I just do nothing, I'll be okay. Had an opportunity to meet with an individual at the first step in Milwaukee, at the next step in Milwaukee, and that individual was giving it some consideration and was considering getting started with some of the educational products that we offer, including this one right here, the Morning Lab. And the individual said to me, well, you know, I think I'm going to think about it. And I can appreciate that. What's there to think about? Well, you know, I've got to think about if this is something that I want to do now. Do I have time for it? So on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, the truth of the matter is you're going to learn nothing from doing nothing, right? And if you learn nothing and you do nothing, then you are living by default. And we've talked many times in this workshop about the dangers of living by default. Each and every one of us in this workshop was programmed by our parents, teachers, preachers, aunts, uncles, grandparents, that we deserve only a certain limited amount of abundance, that we are only worthy of a certain limited amount of success, that we only deserve a certain limited amount of wealth. And the fact of the matter is that if we continue to live by that default setting, then that is what we are going to receive. But if we'll get outside our comfort zone, if we'll do something that creates a little bit of risk in our life, we will find that we learn things, and that through learning new things, we're able to do new things, and by doing new things, we get new results, and through those new results, we get a better life and lifestyle. If you're satisfied with where you are, that's great, but let me ask you this, why are you satisfied? Why not more? Why not a better life for you and your family? Why not a better lifestyle? The thing that was astonishing in that particular event was that we had done paper trades over the 2 days that we were there, that coupled with some of the paper trades we did here in the Morning Lab, we were able to close out about $30,000 of paper trading profits right there in front of people's eyes, and yet the skepticism still prevails. The doubt still prevails. And I don't think that the skepticism or doubt is pointed towards, did you really do that, or can that really be done? The skepticism and doubt that I see when I talk to people at these live events is pointed at themselves. They won't say as much, most of them, but it really is, can I really do this? And the answer, if you live by the default setting that I referred to, is no. If you go by what you were trained and what you were taught in most middle class to upper middle class American families, the answer is no. Because you're doing something that you're not programmed to do. You're not supposed to make $30,000 in a week, or $100,000 in a week, or $10,000 in one trade. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to go to work and get a job. You're supposed to work at that job 40, 50, 60 hours a week. You're supposed to work at that 40, 50, 60 hour a week job for 30, 40, or 50 years, and script and save and sacrifice so that you can go out and live at a lower living standard in retirement than you lived in when you were working your butt off saving for retirement. That's what you're supposed to do. So the doubt that people have is a doubt that's internal to themselves, not external to the idea of trading successfully. We have to struggle to get over that doubt. And if you don't get over that doubt, then you cannot complain about the results you didn't get with the work you didn't do. There is little you can learn from doing nothing. Go out and learn to do something. Something is always going to get you better results than sitting around doing nothing. How do we reprogram that mindset? How do we reprogram that default setting? We put in new programming by using affirmations. Affirmations like this one. I create abundance. We visualize it, we internalize it, and it will in fact materialize in our lives. We have to create abundance. We have to create abundance. Because if we don't create abundance, ladies and gentlemen, the only way that we can go is backwards. And nobody should be interested in going that direction. By sitting on your hands and not making a decision, you literally are not deciding to stay where you are. You are deciding to allow the current that is flowing against you to take you backwards to where you were instead of forward to where you want to be. We have to use affirmations to reprogram that mindset to get us thinking differently.